Hello, hello. I'm back. Oh, every fucking time. Well, I have to wonder myself if I moved there and now I'm just eternally trapped in the old pattern. Hello! Today, I would very much like to get through the Archer quests. I think it's about all I'll have time for, if I'm moderately lucky. So the only thing in terms of, as mentioned in my introductory sprawl, the only variable that I have adjusted to any degree, in terms of hoping to curb the death of my upload speed, is that I am streaming at what is technically my normal time, but going off my past several streams has not been my normal time for now. So here's hoping that helps. If this issue persists, I'm probably gonna have to get someone to call the ISP. Because, like, I don't know, man, like, I haven't even looked at how much it would cost to get, like, multiple terabytes worth of external hard drive. And I don't particularly want to, if I may be so blunt, so honest, so sincere, because just how fucking long that will take to upload. Every fucking stream is gonna be over 6 hours. That's gonna be like over 12 hours of streaming in a day. Like, that's literally going to be a week of uploading. Possibly longer, based on prior experiences uploading, and quintuply so if my throttling, or if my secondary theory and how the throttling is working is the case, which is that it is volume based, being as I can usually get to about 2 hours before it starts happening, and then after for most of the rest of the day, shit's just fucked. Anyway, I think that I'm out of ado, I hope. And also, you know, the more time I waste, the more likely I am to incite my doom. So let us get right into it. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Archers Guild, Elkists Guild, maybe one day. It is here that archers the realm over gather to master the bow. We engage the enemy from a distance, ever seeking to alter the course of battle with a single well-placed arrow. If you have a mind to become an archer, then you have come to the right place. You wish to join our ranks. Marvelous, then allow me to enlighten you on the history of both our art and the guild. The bow is an ancient tool that has existed since before our fair nation came into being. As an implement of lore and hunting both, it protects us from our enemies, even as it keeps us fed and clothed. Archery, as practiced in Gridania, was born of two distinct styles of bowmanship. Oh wow. Oh, I'm getting a towel from... Oh shit, I am a mentor. That is fair. That is data center. All the data center region are the same place or less in the case of they are so far as concerned, from the character select. When you drop before, but I have postponed. Shit, let me lose my train of thought. Shit. Fuck. Actually, been confirmed for the next expansion. They say that regional party finder duty finder will some time during the area of 7.55, but I personally won't be if it's postponed to whatever holds launch. No, I wrote actually be confirmed. Fuck. Classic mistype of mine. I'm not joining your party, friend. Yes. Yeah. Son of a bitch. Yeah. FC chat is locked to world. I don't think they've mentioned that up. I do want to say that they putting it up CW plus more shells. No telling. Given Aether popularity, likely not until they implement the regional finder. Dangerous for people with addictive personality. Welcome to my side quest. No archer today. I'm sorry. I made the mistake of turning on the crown. This is the first time this has ever happened. I suppose perhaps not quite so bad. It was back. Son of a bitch. Am I in? Oh god. Can I just? No, of course not. triggered me a little bit. I mean, from my experience, I guess I would put unlevel insofar as, oh my god, why was it depicted? Matter that I would argue game activity What is happening? Questions regarding how to over an addiction, in fairness, maybe professional, mental health professional, but insofar, I love the word insofar, it's not even actually a word, I don't think, it's what I guess I decided and offer I mean, gambling. You know what? I'm gonna finish this text box, and then I'm just gonna go into busy mode, because wait a minute. Is this the motherfucker who was trolling Novice Network the other day? I've been taken for a fool. Anyway. Oh, what a fun diversion that was. The first was devised by the longbow sentries of the Ellison, who once ruled the Lowlands, while the second belonged to the shortbow hunters of the formerly nomadic Miquote. As you will doubtless be aware, both races ultimately came to call the 12s home. Though the two people began as rivals, they gradually learned to live together in harmony. During this time, they learned from one another, their two schools of archery intermingling to give birth to the art as it is known today. But this wouldn't have been possible were it not for the Trappers League. The guild was established in order to promote sustainable hunting and cooperation within the hunting fraternity at large. As a happy coincidence of this union, the guild's members came to engage in friendly contests of skill. Inspired by such competitions, a handful of their number began to focus on perfection as opposed to mere practicality, transforming a skill into what may be termed an art. These individuals would go on to form a guild of their own. The Archers Guild, where men and women gathered to attain mastery over the bow. More than a few members of the Gods Quiver will boost their first arrow within these very halls. And that, my friend, is a brief history of archery in Gridania. Doubtless you are more eager than ever to take up the bow. It would be my pleasure to recommend you to our guildmaster, who must receive her permission if you are to join us. If you'd excuse me a moment, I shall see to it that the irrelevant lists are amended. Pray speak to me again in a short while. I'm gonna send them exactly one more message. Hang on. You see, you can't see what they're saying. You can see what I'm saying to them. So I have that going for me. And I have no reason to hide what I say. Live service games are by their nature, designed to hold your attention over long periods of time in order to ensure a steady revenue stream to the company that creates them. Those are the oldest popular form of this model, which I think that's accurate. Popular is the important distinction here. Due to numerous elements largely linked to social features, FOMO, ultimately addiction, what to avoid, or how to interface with data sources is likely a matter suited for a mental health professional. And with that, I am going, for the first time I think in the entire time I have played this game, I'm going into busy mode. Listen, motherfucker, I dropped out of college. I do not have my psychology degree. I cannot help you. I'm sorry. Oh, what a ride. So are you resolved to join the Archers Guild? The look in your eye bespeaks your determination. It would be my pleasure to refer you to Guildmaster Lusain. Lest you worry unduly, Lusain is an affable and kind-hearted woman. Even those not in the guild have been known to seek her counsel on various matters, and ever have they been given fair hearing. Lusain awaits you in the training area yonder. Present yourself before her and impress upon her your desire to join the guild. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to join our ranks. I am Lusain, the master of the Archers Guild, and I bid you welcome. Our doors are open to all who have the will to learn. Allow me to explain the basics of our art and offer you a foretaste of that which we teach to the members of our guild. The bow's greatest advantage is its range. Unlike those arms used in other disciplines of war, it allows one to strike at the enemy from afar. Though the bow may not boast the destructive force of a sword or spear, its myriad strategic applications more than compensate for this shortcoming. An experienced archer can immobilize an enemy by striking a leg or sap its strength with a poised arrow. Rise to become a virtuoso of archery, and a veritable deluge of death will be yours to rain down upon your foes. By fighting from a distance, we can better assess the battlefield and thereby determine the most advantageous course of action. This is of paramount import, as our role in battle is to exploit the enemy's weaknesses. With the requisite placement of timing, a single arrow may serve to turn the tide. To this end, the guild seeks to instill a discerning eye within its members, that they might learn to strike at vulnerabilities swiftly and surely. Now, any half-wit can bend the bow, but it is it is no simple undertaking to become a skilled archer. You must be prepared for a long and arduous journey. Are you resolved to complete this journey? I'm already in the bard outfit, we're good. That as well. From this moment forth, you may consider yourself one of our number. Now lend me your hunting log, if you would. I shall add to it the names of such creatures as would provide a fitting challenge for an archer. And to help you on your way, I bestow upon you this short bow. Arm yourself with your new weapon, and then speak to me again. I would have you undertake a trial to gauge your fitness to join the guild. Oh man, I'm just now seeing the many fucking spelling and grammatical errors that fucking slipped out. Oh, God's help me. Ah, yes, the bow becomes you, Arndal. Now, before proceeding any further, I must needs gauge your innate aptitude for archery. To this end, I hereby assign you the following trial. Sightless squirrels, ladybugs, and fumegars have roamed just beyond the city gates. 3 of each should suffice. In so doing, you will prove your fitness to join the Archers Guild. It goes without saying that you must do so using your bow. Report back to me when the task is accomplished. Go to Arndal and earn your place within these halls. The world can seem clearer when viewed down an arrow's shaft, but an archer must think of more than just the target. I do have the passing wonder for all of those starting jobs. If the dialogue is an tiny bit different, if it's your first one, right? I can see them not bothering with that because that is such a small detail that affects, I guess it affects every new player, yeah? But like, you know, pugilism is the oldest art. For obvious reasons. So, based on that alone, it may simply not be worthwhile to have that kind of consideration. Oh, well. Good God, what are these keybinds? These are the keybinds that I just had on the bar when I opened up Archer by taking off my dropstone. Oh, no, I didn't have to kill that one. I'm sorry. I could just auto them. That's fucking hilarious. I'm free. I'm sorry. The quest told me to do it. You know, it would be really funny if I get jowled for typing mistakes. Because I'm, as is my worrying nature, I'm rereading it, and like, instead of likely, could totally be seen as passive aggression. Chat, am I cooked? Am I fucked? Is this how I lose my account? I'm gonna get like, I don't know, that'd be like what? First offense. Unintentional. Yeah, but I can't exactly argue for it. It's like what, 2 weeks worst case? I didn't tell them to fuck off, you know? I tried to give them like, decent information. Welcome back, Arndel. It would seem you have successfully completed the trial. You've proven yourself worthy of a place within these halls. It is with pleasure that I name you an archer of the guild. As fellows of the path, let us together strive for greater mastery of our art. Now, though you may be a member of the Archers Guild, know that your seniors will not coddle you with personal attention. It is up to you to seek out the experiences you need to grow as an archer. By way of a first step, I encourage you to practice proper technique. Use arrow after arrow, paying close attention to form until the movement becomes second nature. When drawing your bowstring has become as natural to you as drawing breath, and the world seems clear when viewed down the shaft of an arrow, return to me. Go well, my young apprentice. Level 5? That's so far away. Good morrow to you, Arendelle. I feel that it was about time you returned. Have you grown more accustomed to the bow? Before we go any further, I wish to ensure that you have grasped the fundamental essence of archery. Tell me, Arendelle, do you truly understand what it means to see clearly? To see clearly is not merely to look, it is to observe with intent. Fail to do this, and no amount of talent or with a bow will avail you. An archer must remain vigilant for any trace of his target, overlooking not just the smallest detail, or not the smallest detail, lest it prove crucial to the realization of his purpose. You must, in short, see clearly. The coming task will test your powers of observation. A number of targets have been hidden throughout the city. I would have you seek out and destroy them. Each will fall easily to your heavy shot technique. When you have completed the task, return to me and we will continue. Wait, there is one here. Good. There's multiple. Oh no. Maybe it's like out here. We have the next layer down, which is that name struck a chord and reminds me of someone who was in the Novice Network yesterday. Being a nuisance and getting themselves kicked out of the Novice Network repeatedly. Which I'm not saying they were that person, just that, like, the way the conversation went did begin to give me, troll vibes. Why are you grilling a random mentor just chilling in a fucking city about, like, serious mental health topics like addiction, my man? Oh, there's one. I really feel that, obviously I'm a New Game Plus, so like, maybe not right now. No, because I could be picking up Archer as alien level 100 fucking Warrior of Light. Yeah, no. Fucking, they should really update some of these fucking you walk by them, or even just like basic fucking NPC chatter. And it's like, why the fuck are random Gridanians still going, oh, fucking outsider to the Warrior of Light? You know? Come on. Put a little bit of respect on it. Ah, you have returned. I trust you have begun to comprehend the crucial importance of seeing clearly. The next trial will test your powers of observation in battle. Travel to the North Shroud and there put down 8 microchus and 8 obos. In contrast to the inanimate and wholly unthreatening targets of the previous trial, these creatures may be relied upon to move around and fight back. Nor are those the only differences. Being comparatively numerous, microchus and opobos are anything but difficult to find, and yet you may be assured that this task will test your powers of observation, albeit in a different manner. This time, you'll need to evaluate the abilities of your opponent. In so doing, you will learn, amongst other things, that microchus produce a poison that can quickly sap one's strength, while opobos, like archers, possess the advantage of range. Knowing your strengths, how will you go about mitigating them? If you commence your attack before identifying an effective strategy, you will soon be made to regret your folly. But if you take the time to observe your targets from afar, you will surely glean the knowledge necessary to defeat them. I look forward to hearing your success, Arntel. I'm going through the wrong shroud. Neat bite. That's the Fenrir, right? The Cloud Strife bike that gives you bonus speed in zones. I have had in the past a passing interest in grabbing one of those bikes. And I just don't think it really matters to me personally. I don't personally really give a shit. Huh. Well, that was my internet completely fucking dying. In fact, it is so freshly back that, I was gonna post a fucking message in the chat. That, wow, that's fun. I fucking hate Spectrum with every fiber of my being. Fuck them. Wow, I wasn't probably logged out, man. What a fucking shocker that one is. I didn't think that, really. Oh, that's fucking weird. That guy didn't like my response, now he's DDoSing me. You know, that tracks. I don't know how I got my IP address, but you know, that tracks. Yeah, what can you say? Well, I think the upside is that now I know that time of day doesn't help. So that's good. I'd call that progress. Do I just want to cut my losses? I'm a little tempted to just cut my losses. Oh yeah, that did not be on your game plus. Yeah, no, that works. See, the issue is that because it's like Nosferatu playing with Light Switch, it's not even like I can go, oh, I'll just take like a week or two off streaming, and then I'll come back to it when I decide to fix it. Because, like, the only way I'm gonna know the internet is behaving is if I try and stream. Which then means that the only thing I can stream would be, like, total random bullshit. Which is simply not my style. Not to mention the checklist. I gotta get through the checklist before Evercold. And also, Evercold, you know? I gotta stream that when that comes out. Or at least find another means by which to capture my, like, experience going through it. Or post a fucking blog instead, you know? But it's just not quite the same. You know, at any given moment that I desire, I can go back and watch my first time playing Valley Garvanda. Welcome back, young Arendelle. Tell me, were you able to put your techniques to good use? When faced with an enemy who can attack from a distance, simply raining arrows upon it is wasteful and dangerous both. The battle would be not more than a contest of strength. By employing the appropriate technique, however, one may bring down one's foe with greater ease and fewer arrows. For instance, you may choose to prime your weapon well and strike hard, or employ toxins to sap their strength over time. On the assumption that this fact dawned upon you prior to the fall of your 16th target, I congratulate you on passing the trial. Silvari, what is your honest evaluation? He's shit, he's terrible, I fucking hate him, what's he doing? Oh, not bad if you ask me, the adventurer pulls a good bow and is enthusiastic besides. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Lealiapo, and this is my second year at the guild. It's quite plain that you have talent with a bow, but you must take care to mind your surroundings when you're pursuing a target. I have an eye on you for the duration of your trial, but not once did you notice my presence. Did you notice me pop out of fucking existence for a second there? Mind your surroundings, that is rich coming from you. Your every movement is wasteful, adventurer. Your back is crooked, your elbows misaligned, it takes you an age to prime your bow and twice as long to loosen the arrow. In summary, you fail on all counts, you have no talent as an archer, none whatsoever. I shall say it plain, Lucine, this man is not fit to wield a bow. For our sake and his, we should revoke his membership. As I've always said, outsiders can scarce be expected to understand, never mind to master our noble art. You waste our breath trying to teach his light. Well, allow me to introduce you to Silvari, his comrade at the box. Or our comrade at the box. The fellow was once of the gods' quiver, you see, and he can be a little opinionated when it comes to archery. Oh, but you mustn't pay him any heed. He's like that to everyone. You'd be lucky to get much sense out of a fossil-brained wildwood Elzen like him at the best of times. With them, it's always 12s with this and elementals that, and no offense intended, the scene. Untakenly, I know full well that some of my kind can be prideful to excess and intolerant of other races. Although people may behold the same object, ever will they see different things. There is no right or wrong to it, for it is a question of perspective. What matters is the perspective we choose to adopt. You are possessed of bright eyes, Arentel, eyes that bespeak great understanding. They shan't lead you astray, so trust them and to what they see. Go now and resume your training. I look forward to marking your progress when next we meet. And you know, for as obnoxious as the constant fucking bemoaning of my bitrate is, you know, it is a part of the experience. You know. Wait. No, it's a different person. And now I can't check the fucking logs because my fucking queue got wiped. I cry. It pleases me to see how you have grown as an archer. Plainly, you have taken my counsel to heart and learned to see with your own eyes. I would now have you discover what it means to behold things from a different standpoint. You will recall Lee Eliapo, your senior in the guild. I've given you over to her care for this lesson. Speak with her and do as she bids. I've been expecting you, Arntel. Shall we get on with it then? First, a quick review. We remember how the Bowmaster had you seek out and destroy targets hidden throughout the city. Well, I would have you do the same. This time, however, you will need to venture outside the gates. I'm sure you realize this by now, but there is no guarantee for safety within the Twelveswood. As you search, you should take care to mind your surroundings. You don't have the luxury of focusing solely on your quarry this time. You'll have to keep your eyes peeled for potential threats as well. That said, your objective is to destroy the targets alone, so avoid unnecessary combat and maintain a safe distance from any hostile creatures you encounter. Should you come under attack, take to your heels, risking direct confrontation only if you can outrun your pursuers. The targets are hidden in the central shroud. As before, use the heavy shot technique to destroy each one with a single arrow. So well, Arntel. I don't, oh man, I'm gonna end up missing at least some dialogue because of it, but I'm just not checking or double checking the NPCs in like for ARR and even a lot of Heavensward. Just there's nothing there. It doesn't really seem like it's something they started doing until like Stormblood, I think, roughly. Like anywhere though, you know. But like I swear they did it at least sometimes, which means I'm going to be missing some shit. Gridania? Well, I mean, in terms of starting jobs, Gridania only has Dragoon and Lancer, yeah? Whereas Ul'dah has Pugilist, Gladiator, Gridania also has Conjure. Never mind, never mind. I think it's Ulva that's short on starting rounds. No, Limsa too. I had a point to make, and I think I don't actually will now. It might be that Gridania is the only place that only has 2 crafting jobs based in it. Because Gridania has the Carpenters and Leatherworkers Guild and the Botanist Guild, while Limsa has Culinarians, Blacksmiths, Armorers, and Ulva also has 3. With the Weavers, Goldsmiths, and Alchemists. I have to get around to leveling Culinarian at some point, but like I don't even want to touch Culinarian until I've like fully leveled Fisher, and as we can see, that's going really well. I gotta get around to leveling up my other crafters as well, because like come Evercold, I'm not gonna be able to repair the gear. Well, you made short work of those targets. I must say, it seems you've learned to seek your prey without being preyed upon. Let's continue then. I've a mind to give you more practical experience, and we received a request just recently, which I think will provide the perfect opportunity. It seems tree slugs and vultures have been congregating in ever-increasing numbers in the vicinity of the honey yard, causing no end of trouble for the locals. We have been tasked with culling the beasts. This request comes direct from Stillglade Fane. When the Wood Whalers and the God's Quiver cannot spare the forces to attend to such matters, the Conjurers often turn to us for help, and before you ask, there's a good reason why they would rather see to this particular task themselves. Or not. The creatures in question possess abilities which can cause problems for the magically inclined. That's quite enough about Conjurer's troubles. Lucine taught you how to discern an enemy's key traits, did she not? Well, now you'll need to do so while maintaining situational awareness, lest you be overrun. Consider this a comprehensive review of her lessons and mine own. Her orders are as follows: head out to the East Shroud and there put down 8 tree slugs and 8 vultures, using all the skills you've acquired thus far. Good hunting, Arentel. In spite of the failed nature of yesterday's stream, I still managed to forget one of my major errands yesterday, so I get to survive with no granola. I will suffer more accurate than I think now, though. Oh, yay, I'm competing with bots to complete my fucking quest. Yay. Under the map is the real answer to that. Listen, I am enlightened. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking bitch and bemoan bots. There's no real solution to it. Everyone thinks they know what the answer is. The real answer is there is no answer. There's nothing you can do about it. Because, yeah, sure, they could sit fucking GMs on hotspots and just fucking nuke them as they spawn in. But, like, it's a waste of manpower for something that the fucking RMT lords are just gonna find ways around and be obnoxious. We're stuck with it. That said, I really fucking wish there were more vultures for me to shoot, because what do you mean there's only 3 of them? I wonder if this fate spawns vultures that I can murder. honeybees gonna be harangued by vultures, maybe? Nope, that's an imp. I don't really give a shit about imps. Oh, nothing else to respawn back there. Vultures anywhere else around. It's part of the quest challenge. Oh, just one again. Oh my god, look at AoE yet. Oh, actually a whole signature. This is the real challenge. Now we're getting a real feel for how this quest would have gone if I had this on. Alright, for free. Get out of here. You know, I do think that would be a cool feature if, I don't know how they would do it. Probably just like a pop-up menu with like 10 level increment options. But I think it'd be kind of nice if you could like sync yourself. No, it could be like zoning based. When you enter a map, you get a pop-up that gives you the option to sync your level down to the level of that map. Yeah, and they and like it could be, oh, this is a convenience feature, so for like fate farming, when in reality it just means that you can like experience a map as the level of that map. That would, this would be an amazing feature for like 15 people, but like, you know, it'd be nice. I'd appreciate it. It could be fun for like themed hunt trains and shit. Like, oh, we're doing a mine. Can you imagine a mine hunt train? How fun that could actually be. Anyway, judging by your smug expression, I'd say you've acquired a feel for maneuvering to exploit enemy weaknesses, whilst covering your own. Vultures are wont to keep their opponents at wing's length, and their attacks will send you flying. The solution to this is simple: maneuver to the rear. Tree slugs, on the other hand, have an annoying knack of disrupting spellcasting with their secretions. As such, you would do well to keep the creatures away from any mages in your party. Needless to say, good positioning is the key to success in battle, which is why it is absolutely essential that you know your target's traits. The knowing of these traits is a fundamental part of hunting. Before the Keepers of the Moon conceived of archery, they dwelt not in the city, but the forest. For my people, hunting was a way of life. In hindsight, I suppose that this was more a lesson on hunting than on archery. Still, Lucine knows well my past, mayhap that was her intent. Hunting too is an art. Before I came to Gridania, I gave it much thought. But the more I think of home, the more I begin to realize, forgive me, I'm not given defensive sentiment. Truly, forget I said anything. But do not forget that a hunter must recognize his prey's weaknesses and strike swiftly when the opportunity presents itself. That concludes the lesson. Now I suggest you pay Lucine a visit. She is doubtless eager to hear from you. It is good to see you, Arundel. I hope you've learned much from Leah. Or Lee, right? You, adventurer, is it true? You are the one who slew the tree slugs and vultures. Yes. How dare she entrust the security of our people to the hands of a stranger? I knew Mikote were reckless, but she is downright irresponsible. Shame on her. Did I not warn you that it was folly to suffer that woman's presence in our guild, Lucine? Every time she wastes an arrow on a game, she drags our noble art back into the darkness. I, and this boy, too, he is an embarrassment to us all. That is quite enough, Silare. Your skill with the bow is undeniable, as is your love for our nation. Yet there is much more you have yet to learn about archery. Arundel has matured greatly in the short time he has been with us. You know this to be true. I suggest you come to terms with Arantel's presence here. You'll be giving him his next lesson after all, unless of course you have any objections. Good. As for you, Arantel, I would have you devote yourself wholly to training ahead of your lesson with Savari. Suffice it to say, he will not be an easy instructor to impress. On that, we can agree. Welcome back, Arantel. I trust you have been keeping your nose to the grindstone. As I mentioned when last we spoke, you will train under Savari's tutelage today. Put aside your misgivings and avail yourself of his wealth of experience. Go now, present yourself before him. I see. It was too much to hope that you would not return. The others believe that you have potential, but I am not so easily convinced. Like so many adventurers, you have not the faintest inkling of what it means to be an archer. And how could you? Archery is the proud tradition of the Wildwood Elzen. The essence of this art, to read one's enemy, has been instilled in us over centuries. In that time, we have defended this great nation against every imaginable foe, granting us insight which you will never possess. Can you recognize the subtle signs that betray a coming action? No. Can you accurately predict an opponent's movement? No. Can you glean your foe's intentions at a glance? No. And can such things be learned by one who knows nothing of our traditions? No. It is only out of respect for Lucine that I have agreed to teach you. Go to the East Shroud and seek out the targets hidden there, but do not presume they will be as easy as before. As I told you, the ability to read one's enemies is fundamental to archery. Yet the trials set by my colleagues did not require you to do this. Mine will. The targets you seek will have been hidden, and I do mean hidden, in the midst of a region rife with savage beasts. They will play the part of your enemies. In the unlikely event that you spy a target, your limited range will necessitate that you slip past its bestial guardians prior to taking aim. A feat I consider beyond you. Was that a frown? Mayhap you were thinking that the Meflote sent you on a similar task. You are wrong. She asked merely that you consider where your foes are. I demand that you discern precisely where they will be. How then will you go about this? Observe them closely and discern their characteristics. Learn to read their movements and recognize patterns in their behavior. If it has eyes, let it not see you. If it has ears, let it not hear you. Be neither where it is, nor where it means to be, and thereby pass unnoticed. But enough talk. Whether or not you heed my counsel is your decision. I will shed no tears should you fail. What a guy. What a guy. These are the quests I think of whenever people say that Gardania just isn't characterized, or when people say that, like, ARR is boring. Gameplay-wise, I see it, right? You have 5 buttons you can push that are all fucking smack them with a pointy end. That's kind of wow. Whoa, it's so fucking hidden, dude. Oh shit, who would have thunk, man? Oh man, I got lucky with that one. But like, the writing is there. The writing is quality. Even before even before they chopped a bunch of shit out of the MSQ, the MSQ was good. It was just slow and chock full of world building. It was in, oh look, the bots are here. You know, it served a purpose. Unironically, stuff like them gutting ARR is among the reasons why I want to be streaming this game. Because let's say that come 10.0, I really don't see them doing it anytime soon, if ever, in fairness. They decide that they are going to drop another fucking Delta mode and wipe out ARR completely. Everyone starts at Dawn Trail. Interesting choice. But everyone starts at Dawn Trail with like a brand new primer chapter to like explain how the Warrior of Light came to be the Warrior of Light. They pull a Destiny, I think is actually the most accurate concept. They just fucking nuke everything before, it's all vaulted, gonzo. Well, you know, you're gonna want to have a large wealth of records of how things were prior. you know? Like those videos of 1.0, you know? People just like showing off bits and pieces of it. That one video I share around periodically of the guy like being there to, I think it's a French video, being there to watch Dalamud drop as fucking answers slowly comes in the background. Plays the fucking ARR trailer, you know? Those videos are like important bits of history. Are my streams an important piece of history? No. How fucking arrogant do you think I am? But they're like another drop in the ocean. In all frankness, my rants, rambles, stutters, and commentary actively diminish their quality as archival pieces. But then we circle around to the other half of why I stream, which is for my own entertainment, my own sense of fulfillment. So you have returned. A passable performance for an adventurer, but the bare minimum for any archer. I carry with me generations of Wildwood tradition. I know he wouldn't be talking differently if I was a Wildwood Elezen, but like, you know. A tradition built upon the bones of the many outsiders who tried to take what is ours. It was my ancestors who first learned to conceal their presence and fight from the shadows, to hold the enemy at distance, to protect the weak. All of it, everything was, this is a waste of time, you cannot understand. But if you are so intent upon following in the footsteps of my people, I bid you go to the North Shroud. Ixtal scouts have been sighted near the river west of Etat Spire, and unless you are entirely ignorant of Gardanian history, I need not explain that the act of aggression is part of a centuries-old conflict. The minions do not matter, it is their leader, Nizul Katlan, the Violator, who must fall. He commands the scouts and it will be guarded, and he stands upon hostile ground with birdmen and not walls for protection. If you are diligent and determined, you can slip through their defenses and slay their leader. This is the art of the Gardanian archer. Embrace the wisdom I have bestowed upon you and the fight will be short. If you see the deed done, adventurer, I will take it as proof of your commitment to us, and labor no more to drive you from the guild. Now go. Anything new? Anything new? Yeah, I never put a thought. ARR moment. I'm a little excited for when I get through my checklist to the point where I can start on ARR. I have not fought the new Rillian. I've not done ARR since the big reworks hit. And also going through ARR, the Coils of Bahamut, and actually, come to think, how am I gonna do that? No, actually, that's fairly easy. It'll be a little annoying setting it up in the playlist, because I'm gonna be it's gonna seriously fuck with the numbering to video presence on my playlist, but they're all gonna be negative parts. So like when I do ARR, it's gonna be negative part 1, negative part 2, and so on and so forth. Come to think, all of my ARR streams might... I think what I'm gonna... Oh man, it's gonna suck ass, but I think it'll be worth it for the bet. But I'm going to probably give all of my ARR streams one generic thumbnail. But I'm going to collect thumbnails for all of the ARR streams. Because I need to know how many streams of ARR in order to have it so that the last ARR is -1, basically. No! You have ruined me. Now he's never gonna respect me because I got help. I'm fucked. Oh man, I'm gonna have to like save the universe or something to get his respect now. And there's no way they're gonna fit that into this game. Anyway. Nope, that's wrong. Incorrect. Even now, I struggle to credit the sentries' reports, yet here you are. In Azul Catalan, the violator is no more. That is a god's damn adventure should be so. Only by the grace of Nemea herself could you have survived. But even though it was pure luck, I will keep my word, Arentel. Should you stay or should you go, I care not. You have completed the task and are no longer my responsibility. Go now to Lucine. She will doubtless wish to lavish you with praise. No, you'll get no more from me. Off with you. I'm given to understand that you single-handedly drove off an Ixal scouting party, and that you did so with precision and guile. How exactly was that training, Lucine? Arentel's just an adventure. Silvari thrust him into the jaws of the enemy in the hopes that he wouldn't come back. And when, against all expectation, he did come back, the stubborn R still refused to acknowledge his skill. Is that truly your impression? Well, yes, he said it was pure luck. Mere noise. Silvari sees Arentel's skill, of that I have no doubt. Did you not mark the way he covered his mouth when he uttered the words? It is a habit of his to do so on those occasions when his tongue and his heart are in disagreement. For all his skill at reading the idiosyncrasies of others, he has yet to recognize his own. Impressive work, Arentel. You have applied yourself to Lee and Silvari's lessons and demonstrated your command of the core concepts. You are now an archer in your own right. Allow me to teach you something to commemorate this accomplishment. Repelling shot is an advanced technique that enables an archer to evade attacks whilst continuing to fire upon his opponent. Used wisely, it can grant you a brief respite in the heat of battle. I have faith that, with regular practice, you will learn how best to employ it to your advantage. Remember your senior's lessons as you strive for true mastery. That's another curiosity. Will they or could they be heavily reworking the class quests and the early leveling quests to better reflect evolve mode? All the more reason why I need to get through the checklist before Evercold comes out, you know? Because it occurs to me that, like, they're almost certainly going to start you in evolve mode. There's no fucking way they don't start you in evolve mode, because otherwise why pivot toward evolve mode being the main mode? When you start Final Fantasy XIV for the first time, honestly, I will not be surprised if when I open the game on Evercold launch, if I'm set by default to evolve mode, putting 100 gil on it, 100,000 gil on it, I'll make that bet. I don't know where I'm gonna send the gil. Someone on my friends list is randomly gonna get mail with 100,000 gil in it when I'm wrong, but you come at a good time, Arentel. I have a task for you. The petition has arrived from the proprietor of Buscaron's Dethers out in the South Shroud. The petitioner, Buscaron himself, has requested our assistance in dealing with a gang of poachers. I would have the three of you meet with him and investigate his claims. The three of us, you mean Arentel, myself, and... It would be better if I went alone, Lucine. The Maquote and the other one will only encumber me. No, Silvari, you will go as three. Also, it is past time you recognized Arentel as a fellow archer. I will not. I have held my tongue in the matter of his continued presence here, but I will bend no further. Who in the Seven Hells do you think you are, Bo Lord Lewin? In case you've forgotten, you aren't even a quiverman anymore. That may be, but I have shed blood defending our borders, unlike you, Savage. Savage? You know nothing of me, you bigoted son of a... Enough. But one more word and you shall have cause to regret your petulance. The three of you will go to Buscaron's Dethers in the South Shroud. Now, out of my sight. Based. Aw. Oh, come on, the perfect upper. God damn it. Error. I've heard that WoW is floundering again. I think that's funny. It'll be interesting if Evercold sees another WoW exodus. Last time went so well, right? Right? Community, just like fucking get the fucking 1500 Q slowly fade on screen. Endwalker, what a fucking time to play the game. Such highs we shall never reach again. Although, another pandemic is coming. Hey! Let's fucking go! Come on! So many funny jokes I want to make that I just cannot risk. You know? USB from the Archers Guild. Welcome, friends. Now, as your guildmaster will have said, I put in a request for some keen-eyed archers to help me track down a gang of poachers that have been plaguing these parts. If I may, it is not uncommon to find poachers in this region. While regrettable, neither the God's Quiver nor the Wood Dwellers deem them worthy of attention. Why then did you imagine them worthy of ours? Because these ain't no common poachers. They're Pawa Majuk's gang. They say she and hers are always moving, staying one step ahead, but I reckon she's hiding out here somewhere. The thing is, I can't just send my people out searching. I made a pact with the Red Belly Bandits. See, we stay out of their territory, and they don't make no trouble at the others. That being so, if I summoned the masked ranks, or the masked ranks of the Whalers and the Quivermen, all 7 hells would swiftly break loose, assuming they thought the matter worthy of their attention, of course. Needless to say, that's not an option. As luck would have it, though, I've got 3 keen-eyed archers to take care of things instead, and all without raising no alarms. We understand, and may leave the matters to us. Lay our intel, split up and scour the area for any signs of the poachers. Should you discover anything, return here and wait. We will reconvene to compare our findings ere long. Go. Is there oh, you know what would be, but I don't have it. There's like a Moogle Palanquin, or I swear there's like a Moogle mount where like they hold a bench up, but I think that's either a cash store thing or it's a ceremony of eternal bonding thing. And in either case, I don't have it. You know, I ain't got no Moogle based mounts. I don't really think there is a mount that, like, lines up with Bard terribly well. Eh. I am torn. Because on one hand, having areas like this where there's just nothing, no music at all, is like extremely atmospheric. But like on the other hand, is it good for player retention? Hard to say. Honestly, just being in these environs does give me just the barest hint of that, like, nostalgic feeling, you know? Archer wasn't even my first job. An iron leg trap and a poacher's arrow. These are both evidence of illegal activity, but nothing that will help us find Pawa. And these mead bottles are but old refuse from before the Tethers was even built. They have no connection to the gang. What do you know of this Papawa woman, Silvari? I know that she is the most infamous poacher ever to walk through the Trollswood. A born leader, deadly with a bow, she formed her own gang of Mikote hunters. She was apprehended once, and would have been brought to justice had she not tricked a foolish young sentry into releasing her before vanishing without a trace. Is that so? In any case, we've scoured the area and found nothing. How do we know that this Pawa has ever even been here? I say we inform the God's Quiver and the Wood Dwellers, taking care not to implicate Buscaron and leave the rest to them. This doesn't concern the Archers Guild. It concerns Gridania Lay. Pawa Mujuk is a savage and utterly immoral poacher whose actions, however indirectly, threaten the city's well-being. Would that... But what would a vagrant like you know of duty to one's homeland? No more than he, I suspect. How dare you? And you, Arentel, say something. I am not moved in any other direction. You see, even he knows it to be true. His silence speaks volumes. Damn it, Arentel, say something! Now is not the time for this. Can we just be adults, maybe? Very well. We will return to the matter at hand. Mayhap we should take a second look at the clues we have gathered. Look all you want, though the trap and the arrow we found suggest poaching, there's nothing remotely unusual about them. What do you think we should examine, Arentel? I'm thinking the mead bottles. Let's fucking check the mead bottles. Why are you still carrying that rubbish? I told you, those bottles predate the others. They have no connection with this matter. But if these bottles are so old, why do they retain the scent of mead? They must surely have been opened recently. Wait, before the calamity, Buscaron once served as a sentry. Yet even then, he sometimes spoke of owning his own tavern, and it was an open secret that he was brewing his own private stock, if some survived. Of course, Buscaron's Scar, his old lookout post. It may not be Pawa Mujuk, but we must investigate it once. I love this mount so fucking much. Look at him. Can you imagine if that played closer the distance? Oh man. Of all the mounts, you know, that'd be the one. Any signs? Look, the ground is covered in Mikote footprints. How do you know? These tracks are fresh, very fresh. I'll wager the bandits were alerted to our coming and fled, else they're hiding near. Take cover. And there I was thinking, we caught ourselves, some of them meddling bloody masqueraders. Not that I'm complaining, hiding your face is downright bloody rude when you ain't been introduced. Speaking of oil manners, don't you know it ain't decent to barge your way into a lady's bedchamber without knocking? You would lecture us on manners? Truly, I have heard it all. They have us outnumbered. We had best split up. Leader's mine. I'll try to isolate her from her litter. Silvari, Arentel, the rest I leave to you two. As you will. Actually, Savari, what is this called? Kryptonok is a gain on 2. So I don't know what you're doing now. Maybe you should learn, spell. $220 versus 160. Was that the last of them? Have you seen Eliapo? With me, Yarndell. Saying have you seen Eliapo about a is not particularly descriptive. Tisk, that was a piss poor showing, sister. And ye call yourself a keeper, a hunter with no fangs, ain't nothing but prey. No. Your aim was off, Silvari, but I'll let it pass this time. Also, I'm suffering from ARR syndrome, so I'm not allowed to do anything. Bugger. Looks like playtime's over. BBC ye sister. Power, yeah, fucking. I was no match for her. So it was Power Mujuk after all. But Muskron must be informed. Seven hells. They were at my old outpost, and they drank my old mead. That stings most of all. Well, 'tis past time, the proper authorities were informed. I'll send messengers to the Wood Whalers and God's Quiver. The Red Belly Bandits won't like it one bit, but I'll see they're told exactly who the military's after. I only hope it'll be enough. Course Power Majuk's no fool. Now she knows she's been spotted, she'll break camp and be long gone by the time the next bell sounds, and the trail won't stay fresh long neither. Anyway, you've done me a great kindness, friend. Tell Lucine I appreciate the help. Or Lucine? Whoa. Welcome back, Arntel. Savari tells me you encounter Power Mujuk. No Bidanian could fail to recognize that name, so oft has it been spoken and with such bitterness. I fear we lack the strength to face her ourselves. This is a matter for the God's Quiver and Wood Whalers. That you confronted her and survived is a testament to your growing mastery of our art. Ah, now a surprise to note that Lay and Silvari were not at loggerheads upon their return. I presume we owe this unnatural state of affairs to your calming influence. No, modest to the last. Truly, your every deed bespeaks of a clarity vision far beyond your years. I implore you to share that perspective with your peers and help them to grow into better, wiser archers. As for you, go forth and temper your skills in battle. Know that we will always look forward to your return. Until I had hoped you would come. You may be able to help. I'm concerned about Lei and Silvari. They show signs of losing perspective, and, well, mayhap it is best you see for yourself. I cannot help but feel that both would benefit from your counsel. Consider this a personal request, Arntel. Right, you're first. Oh gods. Did Lucane send you to pester me by any chance? This is hardly her concern, and it is most definitely not yours. If you must know, I have decided to leave the guild. I mean to track down Pawa Mujuk and finish what we started. The God's Quiver and Wood Dwellers seem content to ignore our warnings, so I will not let her escape again. I already made that mistake once, and it cost me my place in the God's Quiver. The foolish young sentry of whom I once spoke, it was me. We had her, Arntel. There was no escape, but then she began to wail about a wounded comrade, one who would surely die without her help. She looked me straight in the eye and begged. And I blinked. I failed to see through the most elementary ruse. I failed Gridania and the God's Quiver, and while that can never be forgiven, mayhap I can reclaim a measure of honor by stopping her. But a wanderer like you would not understand what it means to betray your people. Worry not, I do not intend to leave just yet. I will continue to gather information until I am certain of Mujuk's whereabouts. Make no mistake, though, it is only a matter of time. Now run along, will you? Oh, and if you are so concerned about your fellow guildmates, you should attend to that moping Mikote. The sight of her shuffling around while staring at her feet is bad for morale. Not that it matters to me. Still muted. Oh, it's you. Tell me, Arntel, do you ever think about home? Do you ever wish you could go back? Mine was just another poor village in the Twelveswood. The fields were more stone than soil. The merchants hardly ever bothered to visit. We didn't have a lot, but we didn't need it. And then the calamity came. I remember running and the screams. It was so loud, Arntel, so unbearably loud. And then I was here in a strange city surrounded by more people than I'd ever seen. And I didn't know any of them. But I knew how to hunt. I was always good at hunting, until the guild gave me a place to get better. At least I thought I'd gotten better. She, Pawa Mujuk, she was so much more. I've been thinking, Arntel, that maybe this is a sign. Maybe Silvari is right. In this guild, this city, it's no place for an outsider like me, and so I decided to leave. I'm glad to have known you, Arntel, even if it was only for a short while. Forgive me if this is too selfish a request, but before I go, I would like to meet with you one last time. Alone, in the South Shroud, these Gridanians would not understand. No, don't hurt him. And there I was, thinking ye mightn't accept my kind invitation. I don't recall inviting him, though. 'Tis rude to presume, Sonny, and I do so hate rudeness. Wait, it's not his fault, it's mine. I invited him. He's a member of the Archers Guild. It's like me, and he's not Gridanian. I do begin to recall his face. Knows how to hold a bow, that one. Well, he ain't the typical recruit, but I reckon I might be willing to make an exception. No, it's not like that. I just wanted to say goodbye. Arntel, ever since I met Pawa, I've been at a loss, but I realize now that my place isn't at the guild with the Gridanians. They'll never accept me. This is where I belong, with my people, carrying on our traditions, our archery, not Gridania's. It's all I have left, Arntel, so I'm going with Pawa. Maybe you don't understand now, but just promise me you won't tell Lucane nor Silvari. The hells I won't? You're a dumb fucking move. Arntel. Yeah, I had a feeling he might be harboring a few niggling objections. Sorry not, sister. Shoot the bastard. No! Ain't no love lost twixt ye and the guild, is there? There was a problem with Feather and a bloody venture. No bugger will miss him. I'll miss him, alright. Just stop. Dear me, and I had such high hopes for you, Ms. Livo. Waste of bloody time. A keeper what's lost her nerve about as much use to me as a glass bow. But there's no sport in killing captured prey. I better not see neither of ye again, cause if I do, I'll show ye what happens to prey what's daft enough to get caught twice. Away, sisters, away. How do you do it, Arndel? How do you live in this place with these people? Why do you even bother? What have they ever given you besides scorn? Well, what do you see in them, Arndel? Even though you joined the guild after I did, you've come so far so quickly. Maybe you even surpassed me. I have to know how you've done it. I have to know what it is I'm doing wrong. And there's only one way I can think of to find out. Meet me at the Bannock. Well, you see, a long time ago, there was this guy called Azem. I'm built different. A long time ago, in another version of reality, there was this man named Yoshi P, and he made a game. And unfortunately for the entire world, I am the main character of that game. Shall we begin, Arndel? Then defend yourself. Show me what these people have taught you. Still a one shot. You're calling in ads? That's not good. You know what? Just slightly ads. It's so simple. You have opened out your eyes and looked beyond your master's faults. You've accepted their teachings and taken them to heart. Even Silvari, for all his bigotry, wishes only to preserve his traditions. I lost sight of everyone else's struggles and became obsessed with mine own. I was so afraid to let go of my cherished notion of archery, my family's notion, and learn another way. I didn't want to betray them or dishonor their memory. But I have a family here, too, a family that sees the wider world and is willing to show me how blinkered I've become. As archers, we train our eyes and minds to be unforgiving, to defy any attempt at concealment and discern the naked truth. It is little wonder, then, that I have neglected to look inside myself until now. Though unquestionably worthwhile, I have found the experience rather excruciating. Thank you, Arndel. I know now that I belong at the guild, together with you and Lucane. And yes, even that bloody Wildwood. God's help me, I think I might actually miss him. Honestly, I have the slightest inkling to just go because Lancer still stands alone. I am doing Lancer last. Set in stone, guaranteed. It's meant to be like symbolic and shit. Not last as an ARR, just the last job I complete. Welcome home, Arndel. You need not say a word. One look at Leia's eye was enough. Thank you for returning her to us. When we focus on a single goal and pursue it with passion and fervor, it becomes easy to lose sight of what else lies before us. With your skill and vision, Arndel, you can help your fellow archers to look beyond themselves and remember their comrades. I hope I can count on your support in the future. Thank the gods you've come, Arndel. Perhaps you can talk some sense into the stubborn fool. Calm yourself, Silvari. At least let us petition the Order of the Twin Adder, for there's no time, Lucane. Paua would be long gone before their forces had even assembled. Alone, I can move more swiftly, take these poachers by surprise, and force them to divulge her location. You understand how you feel, Silvari, but this is too reckless. At least permit Arentel and me to accompany you. You, the adventurer and the savage, you cannot understand, Silvari. But I do understand. I know what it means to take pride in your home, to want more than anything to protect it, and to be consumed with guilt when you cannot. I see what you're going through, Silvari, and I understand. This guild taught me to open my eyes and see clearly. I beg you, Silvari, open yours. You have friends here. We're ready to fight. You have us. I have never considered you my friends. Do not follow me. So anyway, we're following him, right? Well, his lying certainly hasn't improved. He honestly thinks he's doing us a favor by forbidding us from getting involved. He's an even bigger fool than I imagined. Come on, tell to the South Shroud. Honestly, I think one of the things I'm looking forward to the most with the Grand Endeavor is going to be just all the little side quests that, like, you cannot New Game Plus, which is, in fairness, the core point of it, right? But, like, stuff like, oh, fuck. Maybe ARR should be part of the Grand Endeavor. Because, like, like going through ARR is the only way to get the Edda experience, you know? Fuck. But that'd put the Grand Endeavor so fucking close. But in fairness, the Grand Endeavor doesn't need to be finished in one shot, you know? It can be spread out. It's gonna have to be the big fucking thing. Well, this is unfortunate. I think I'm more concerned about the fucking upfront cost of it. Silvari, Lee, Arentel, I told you not to follow me. I neither need nor want. I think you need it. Don't take me for a fool. You cannot conceal the truth from this archer's eye. Arentel, the others are almost upon us. We must make our stand here and protect Silvari. Let's shoot it. Why are you aiming a single target? What the fuck are you doing? I told you, I do not need or want your assistance. Quite why you have deluded yourselves into thinking you're the one who is deluded, thinking you could deceive us. Even a blind man can see that you cover your mouth every time you tell a lie. Observe observe with intent, overlooking not the smallest detail. Discern your subject's unique characteristics and recognize patterns in their behavior. I learned these things from Lusain and from you. I'll be damned if I'm going to watch you get yourself killed. There's still so much I don't know about Gridania and Woodwhaler and Wildwood archery. So much that I need you to teach me. Suppose fixing your form is the least I can do. Why you? Powell's gang is already on the move. We have but one chance to catch them. Poachers throughout the Wells would use bone whistles like this one to communicate. With it, I believe we can lure Powa out of hiding, assuming she has not moved on. So that's why you came to Taker's Rock for this gang's whistle. Arentel, if you are determined to help me, I have a task for you. Powa was last seen near Isomhar, to the east of the camp. Through a hollow tree trunk is a clearing where two streams meet, and efts are wont to congregate. We will lay our trap there, and you will be will be the bait. Do not fear, Arntel. I swear on my honor as a Gordanian archer that no harm will come to you. Damn. It's not even playing the music. Fucking crazy. Bollocks, I knew I should have trusted me, God. Haha, I'm in danger. Some blokes just can't take a hand. I do hope you will forgive my forwardness, madam. No, sir, it is most flattering. Wouldn't you agree, sisters? Why don't we show our gallant wildwood admirer and his mates just how we appreciate their attentions? I hope you like it rough, darling. Off cooldown, so unfortunately I'm getting I thought you only had eyes for me. Poke. I can't. I won't. Did you learn nothing from my lesson? Your style is far removed from proper wildwood techniques. Still, you acquitted yourself well enough, I suppose. I will see to Pawa. Should she try to escape, she will find me far less sympathetic than the last time. Did you see it, Arentel? A perfect shot. Lucine must hear of this. Let's hurry back to Gridania at once. Groan. There. Dare I do it? I've been punished every time. I will not speak on it. We shall see. We'll see. I'm relieved to see you again, Arentel. Had the three of you not been united in your purpose, Pawa and Majuk would still be free, and one or more of you would surely be dead. I am so proud of you, Arentel. Not only have you mastered our teachings, but you have also helped your guildmates regain the perspective they had lost. For showing such compassion to your peers, I wish to teach you a new technique, Windbite. With Windbite, you can bring the power of the very air around you to bear against your opponents, and they will suffer on long after you have knocked your next arrow. It will serve you well in battle, I am certain. All archers walk the same path, Arentel, towards improvement and discovery. As long as you have the vision to see the path ahead, you will continue to mature and excel. Yet we all grow weary and lose direction in time. When this befalls you, I have no doubt that you will find your way back to us. Trust in your eyes, Arentel. They will never lead you astray. Say starting the archer quests when there's no way that I don't finish them. That is such an interesting mistake for me to whatever. So here I go again. I'm going to succumb once more to my hubris. Just ever so fucking swiftly, as quick as I can. Armor, please. We are gonna go do the Yuk Huy quests, and I know it's gonna happen. Like as soon as I load into the zone, red bars. Game the fuck over. But like I can't help it, man. I can't. I'm not even at 2 hours yet. Like you know, I'm not even properly testing the theory, obviously, which is the real reason why I'm doing it this way. Clearly. Arentel, there you are, and just in time. We have finally finished our first branch of Kirkahar, and it seems the scent has attracted the snow spirits. If we can get them to approach the altar, we can finally perform the pact. I wish to begin preparations right away, but I require your aid in a small matter. Will you help us? I simply need you to take a jar of Kirkahar and place it on the altar. That should draw the spirits near, and then we can begin the ritual. No, incorrect. Yes, there we go. I wonder if I still have that cutout of a Yuk Huy in my pictures saved. I don't think I do. This will also be just another beautiful moment of, man, I should really make that fucking Google Doc I was talking about last stream. And just like is an archive of what I did and what streams. Every stream I don't do it is another stream I'm gonna have to skim to fucking find the list or make the list. The spirits are here. The spirits are here, you say? Well, if you need Kirkahar for the ritual, for the ritual, I certainly have enough barrels for this stuff. As much as I would like to see the offering for myself, too many of us may scare the spirits off. So I leave it in your and Farharhar's capable hands. You must promise to come back and tell me how it was. For my part, I will pray the spirits return to their playful nature. It's my first time climbing up here. I will begin preparations for the ritual. Once you bring the Kirkyahar to the altar, we can begin. The spirits should be close. Now that the Kirkyahar is in its rightful place, we need only wait. It might be best if we hide, though. How about over there? Come to think of it, maybe I shouldn't be here. I don't think they like me. I can't blame them too much. I did like rock their shit on Warlord Decor? I have to check the dungeon again. Climbing the mountain. Fire and heart fades. It spoke. They accepted the offering. Dartorgor told me about you, you know. She taught me that Kirkyahar would quell the rage that sometimes grows within you. I only hope we can speak as friends once more. Dartorgor, but she is not here now. How boring. We hate her. Hate? What do you mean? Was Dartorgor not a dear friend? Did you not live here together in peace? Dartorgor abandons us. She breaks her promise to look at the blooming flowers together. We wait for her, even as flowers wilt. Dartorgor never returns. I have something I must share with you. Dartorgor's body is gone. Gone? What do you mean? We do not understand. The spirits return on each snowy day. They do not pass from this world, nor have any concept of life or death. So they believe Dartorgor abandoned them, as she broke her promise to stay with them. And Dartorgor was not the first. The spirits watched as their friends went away until none remained. They endured loss after loss. You too will abandon us. With no goodbyes, we will not play with you. Your kind are no friends. But wait! Well, at least Raukor Terta was composed enough to speak. A small step forward, but his parting words were far from encouraging. Given the strength of their bond with Dartorgor, I can only imagine how betrayed they must feel at her departure. If they come to hate us, Yuk Huy, then they will shun the pact as well. then it will be a matter of time until they rage again, or worse. We must think of a solution before that happens. Do you mind coming with me to Dartorgor's sepulchre so we can discuss the matter? The eternal nature of the spirits means they view things quite differently from us. Their bodies are always revived, no matter how much damage they suffer. So even if I were to form a strong bond with them, they would only experience the same pain again in their own body, when my own body passed. There must be a way to make them understand, yet no answers come to me. I try to imagine what Dartorgor might do, but still nothing. Do you have any ideas, Arntel? This is as much for the sake of the spirits as it is for us, so even the smallest bit of advice might or would be appreciated. Can we not live— No! Fuck! Shit! Damn it! No, that's not what I wanted to click! My warrior of light's a fool! Of course, so long as we are remembered, we yet live, just as the Dartorgor yet lives inside me. I said it in a knowing way to call it to his mind so that he considers it an option. Yes, that is that is how I meant it. But how can we make the spirits understand something so foreign to their own experience? We cherish these sepulchres as a symbol of the connection between memory and life. Yet even if the spirits cannot grasp that concept, if we were to explain their purpose in simpler terms, that these sepulchres immortalize precious memories of our time together, then perhaps they will understand. A sepulchre dedicated to the spirits would show them that even when I am gone, our bond will live on. That me, Dartorgor, and all the other Yuk Huy who frolic in the snow will be with them forever. Yet even if we made such a thing, the sepulchre would have no meaning if the spirits were unwilling to see it. Arntel, could you invite them to come view the frost blooms? I believe such an invitation will be too tantalizing for them to resist. I shall see to it that both the flowers and sepulchre are ready for their arrival, but I may need your help somewhere along the way. When the spirits are calm, they tend to wander. I remember they were often sighted on the road to Warkor Zormor, that's what it's called. Tell a few about the frost blooms, and word is sure to spread. A waste of gil, but one I'm more than willing to do. There it is. You know, a bit of a hot take, but I think that this lantern should have a similar color scheme to the Phoenix Reborn mount, where like the edge of its feathers are blue to line up with the blue on Ravana's swords. It would also make it more distinct from the Durvan lantern. That is my main reason, in fact. Dartorgor promises to see flowers with us. Maybe Dartorgor comes. Maybe this time. Maybe this time. And if Dartorgor comes, we will go. I feel like this is going to backfire in spectacular fashion. The flowers bloom? Oh, joy, but where is Dr. Torgor? We want to see her. We want to see flowers with her. There are no more spirits in sight. Return to Rafar. Inform them of the thing. Yep. Very good. Thank you for speaking with spirits. I only hope the sepulchre has its intended effect. Speaking of which, I believe we shall require your aid in that regard. You see, we realize the spirits cannot read our inscriptions, which would quite defeat the purpose of the sepulchre. Yet, if they were engraved with chisels imbued with magic energies, we believe the spirits would grasp their intended meaning. Can you can take care of that, right? If you could craft what we require, we would be in your debt. Here, these materials should be enough for now. But if you perchance run out, Futar can replenish your supplies. Oh, they have to be high quality? Oh, you're so fucking mean. This one. And then... manipulation, waste not, basic touch. This one. Basic touch again. Standard. All run a roll. 9 stacks. Basic touch. Standard touch. Okay, I'm going to innovation. Oh dear God, it's gonna max it out. Let's fucking go. Right, and then veneration. And there we go. Have you finished? This may be your most important contribution yet, so I am anxious to see the finished product. A set of magically imbued tools and supplies required to help the snow spirits understand the meaning of the living sepulchre dedicated to them. Ah, I see my concern was misplaced. Impressive as always, Arntel. With these, we can get the sepulchre ready for the spirits right away. Soon they shall know just how much we value their companionship. For all we have done, Arntel, I would extend a personal invitation to the unveiling of the sepulchre and the frostblooms. We remember this one. They say the flowers bloom. Torgor makes that promise too. Torgor, who is not here. Where does she go? Why does she leave us? Torgor is with you even now. Before we see the flowers, there's something I would show you. Follow me, please. What is this? We, Yuk Huy, call this a living sepulchre. On them we carve the stories of our lives lived while we walked the earth. This one belongs to Dartoror. On it are recorded the days spent frolicking with you and the other spirits. When the Yuk Huy, no, when all peoples reach the end of their lifespan, they must leave their bodies behind. And so long as we have the sepulchres, the lives they lived will never be forgotten. The happy times, the joyous moments, they will last forever. Your words, we do not understand. You say Dartorgor is here, but she is not. There is no comfort. There is something else I would show you. It is at the altar. This too is a living sepulchre, one we recently made, which is dedicated to you and yours. At the moment, we have only recorded your time spent with Dartoror. From this day forward, though, we hope to add many more stories of days spent in peace and playfulness. We are not like the spirits. The time comes for all of us when we must leave this world. Yet even when I am gone, this will remain. Those who come after me will carve their memories upon this stone as well, their memories of their time with you. So there is no need to be lonely any longer. We will be here with you always, just like Dartoror. We will not be alone, never again. Yes, and neither will I. Dartorgor lives on still, within me. And when my body passes from this world, Dartorgor and I will live on within you and within those who carry on the pact after us. And now, I know you were promised flowers. Let us view them together. The story of that moment shall be the next to be inscribed on the sepulchre. Robot. They are beautiful. But Dartorgor is not here. The flowers are so pretty, aren't they? We can see them together every time they bloom. Dartorgor? Dartorgor comes. Dartorgor remembers her promise, remembers us. Now we play with our new friends. Wahoo! In no small part thanks to your efforts, our bond with the spirits has been rekindled. I shall continue the pact and keep the altar well maintained, so we might never again suffer the spirit's wrath. Hi! One last thing to check. You know, one final expression of my, hubris. Damn it. Oh, that's right. It's the golem. I've gotten the Yuk Huy mount. What's the music? Nothing? It just kills the music? No, that's cool. Alright. With that, I don't think it is right for me to test my fucking luck any further. And you know, I have completed more than I was expecting to today. So that's nice. Next stream, I will... Oh yeah, no, it's pretty obvious. Next stream, I'll be starting Bard, with the goal of getting through the rest of the ARR quests. I think that is a reasonable goal, but we shall see. One can hope. Let's see. I did play Gunbreaker last. Yeah, no, but that'll do. I only had one disconnect. That's pretty cool. I'm also at 2 hours and no funnies, but it usually happens around the 2.5 hour mark. So in a sense, I still have not tested the hypothesis. I guess that'll be for next stream, but we'll see. So I want to thank anyone for stopping by who did. I really appreciate anyone who gives me the time of day. And until I stream again, have a good one all.